Bonjour, let's have a look at the French auxiliary verb avoir in the imperfect tense. Okay, folks, what I have chosen today is avoir, the auxiliary verb avoir. We've got another one, which is être, to be. Now, today, let's concentrate on avoir, the auxiliary verb, okay? Now, this one is not conjugated the same way as other verb. It's very special. When you use the imperfect of avoir, it means three things. It would mean I had, it also mean I used to have, and I was having. So that's what you need to understand, okay, that we use it in so many different ways to express three different tenses. Well, two, in fact. One is the finite had, and the other one is the used to and the was having, a continuous tense that happened in the past and somehow carried on. That's the imperfect, okay? Today, let's have a look at the imperfect ending of avoir. By the way, these endings are always the same for all the imperfect verbs. For je, it is est. For tu, it's est. For il, elle, on, it's est. For nous, it's ions. For vous, it's ye. For il, elle, it's est. Okay? So, knowing that, let's have a look at the way we conjugate avoir. J'avais. Now, that means I had, but it also means I used to have and I was having, okay? Tu avais, you had, you used to have, you were having. So you get my grip here, okay? Il avait, elle avait, on avait, nous avions, vous aviez, ils avaient, elles avaient. Okay? Now understand that this is quite hard to grasp, the fact that you can use it in so many different ways, okay? But learn it by heart and it will come naturally if you talk French to a French person. You will hear it. If I use a few examples, I could say, for example, autrefois, elle avait les cheveux longs. Maintenant, elle a les cheveux courts. Now, autrefois means back then, back in the time. Elle avait means either she had, she used to have, or she was having. Long hair. So, she's probably used to have long hair. Back then, she used to have long hair. Maintenant, which means now, elle a les cheveux longs. She has... Elle a les cheveux courts. Sorry about that. She has short hair. Okay, so she used to have long hair, but now she has short hair. Now you will notice that LA is the present tense of the auxiliary to have. If you're not confident with that, have a look at my other videos on avoir in the present tense. And while you're at it, why don't you have a look at avoir in the future tense and avoir in the passé composé, which means literally I have had. Okay? But let's go back to our main objective here, okay? Now, what I would like you to understand is this, is that sometimes avoir in French is used to the equivalent of être, which is to be in English. So, hear me out. When you say, I am 25 years old, well, in French we don't. We say, I have 25 years, okay? So bearing that in mind, have a look at this example. Quel âge aviez-vous lorsque vous avez quitté votre pays? Quel âge aviez-vous lorsque vous avez quitté votre pays? Now, what age were you, okay, here we use it as a finite, okay, what age were you when you left your country? Okay, so we've got two past tense here, okay? We've got aviez, which is imperfect, and avait quitté, which is the passé composé. But again, avoir is a funny one, just like to be, okay? So, knowing that we do not say I am 25 years old, but we say I have 25 years, here we say how old had you, in effect, not were you. Do you understand? Okay, I know it's quite hard to grasp, especially if you know only one way of giving your age. Okay, you've got to know that when you give your age in French, you have to use the verb avoir and not to be. Okay, so that's my question. How old were you? Okay, when you left the country. Now, quitter means to leave. Okay, quitter, a bit like quit. Okay, so another example where actually avoir is not used the same way in English is this one. J'avais faim. J'avais faim. And that means I was hungry. Now again, you're going to tell me, but hold on a minute. I was is to be, not to have. Yes, indeed. But in French, we don't say I am hungry. We say I have hunger. And so in the past, we don't say I was hungry. We say I had hunger. J'avais faim. So it's very important for you to know that avoir is used in places where you do not use in English. Okay? Are we okay about that? Yes. Okay, well, these are my examples to show you that avoir is used in many different ways and can either be had, was having, or used to have. Okay, that's it for me. Leave a comment, please. And why don't you try to use the verb avoir in imperfect and leave your sentence? And I promise you that I will try my best to correct it. Have a look at my website, learnfrenchwithalexa.com. And why don't you subscribe to my channel? Au revoir, à bientôt, bisous bisous.